Mornings on 2 is hitting the road for a 4th of July zip trip to Pleasant Hill.
We love Pleasant Hill!
Independence Day means fireworks, fun, and parades.
Happy 4th of July!
We'll take you on a grand tour of Pleasant Hill, tell you where places such as Monument Boulevard got their name, and take you out to eat with plenty of amazing restaurants in case you're hungry on this holiday.
It is so good. That is so good.
We'll also bring you the sights and sounds of this year's 4th of July parade as Mornings on 2 takes you on a zip trip to Pleasant Hill. We are just off 680 in the gorgeous city of Pleasant Hill, and you can see these bikes are ready to go on this 4th of July. A ton of red, white, and blue. First up for the Pleasant Hill 4th of July parade is the Harley-Davidson Owners Group Mount Diablo chapter. They like to self-decorate their bikes. The winner gets a prize at the end of the parade. We are going to talk about what makes Pleasant Hill so special, not just on this, the nation's birthday, every day of the year. If you have not been to this town, you need to come hungry and come looking for activity because they have it all. We're so glad you're with us here. Good morning and welcome to Pleasant Hill.
Yeah, I'm Andre Senior, Gussie McAley with me here, and we came on the right day, Gussie, because the fun is happening right behind us right now. For the 4th of July parade that is happening, there are tons of people out here right now. The restaurants are open. We just had that race that happened this morning as well, so many people are here. They were here for that, and I saw some of them in a restaurant when I was just a short time ago inside one of them, eating up after all that running. You know, they got to get some more energy back into their bodies again. We've got a lot planned for you today. We're going to highlight some of the things this great city has to offer here. You have this real mix of tree-lined streets, parks, and you have little vibrant downtown areas like the one that you see right here. There is a mix of a little bit of everything to do, and you can see why this is a family town. You were speaking earlier about there is still some affordability here in Pleasant Hill, especially for a city like this. It is a beautiful city that you can come to and still try to get a home as a two-income family here and live a fantastic life. It is beautiful. I drove around parts of the community here on my way in here today, partly because some of the roads were blocked, but it's really nice. You know, it's really nice to drive around in nice, quiet streets. No schools, obviously, right now. But we got a lot planned for you, and we also have our crew dispersed on the crowd here. We've got Frank Malacote. Frank's having fun. Sal's having fun. We'll send it over to you guys. Tell us what you guys got going on.
All right, you know what? We are here just south of the parade route here in Pleasant Hill, and man, people are lining up. But the good thing about this place is that if you're watching at home and you think, oh, I'm too late, unlike some of the other cities where you have to be there basically overnight, there's plenty of room here. Hello, people. Plenty of room here to come down and watch. Now, my expert tip would be to sit on the shade side, because this is a sunny side, unless you want to get, you know, some color, right? A little later on, I ate my way through this town, as you know, and I'm going to show you some of the spots we saw. Too many to mention right now, but I think you're going to like what you see. Now, it's time for Frank, because Pleasant Hill has a rich history, and Frank went out and he found some people to ask questions to. Lots of times they don't get it, do they, Frank?
No, well, that's half the fun if they had all the answers. Although I got to tell you, Pleasant Hill was on top of their game because everyone figured out my questions. But Monument Boulevard, it's the main drag. How did it get its name? And if you said monument, you are correct. But where is that monument? And just how tall is that monument? And oh, by the way, a two-time Academy Award winner, raised for a few years right here in Pleasant Hill with the high school in Oakland. Who might that be? And I'm going to just say hi real quick because it's the 4th of July. I have John and Shay, your son. Happy 4th.
Happy 4th.
What time did you guys come out?
Up at 7:30.
7:30?
Yeah.
Are you excited for the parade, Shay?
Yes, I will take you high food.
I'm going to take that as a big 10-4. Super
excited?
Mario.
Yeah.
Well, happy 4th to all
Happy
you
4th,
guys.
guys.
Just one of the many families getting ready to line Crescent Drive and see this parade rock on the 4th of July. We'll send it back to Garcia and Andre.
All right, thank you, Frank. We have Pleasant Hill royalty here.
Yeah.
She's known around the world. She's the Grand Marshal of the 4th of July Parade. I want you to say a great big good morning to 2024 Olympic gold medalist and 2023 World Wrestling champ Amit Allure. At 20 years old at the Olympics last year, she is the youngest wrestler in U.S. history to win Olympic gold. Congratulations and welcome to your hometown. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. I'm so excited and happy to be here. Good morning.
You have an Olympic gold medal. You have got, awards from all around the world. When they said we want you to be the Grand Marshal of this parade, what did that mean to you?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I was really surprised.
Yeah.
I feel like the Olympics already passed by. Maybe everyone forgot, but no, it really is special for me. I grew up in Pleasant Hill for a bit, went to Valhalla Elementary School, wrestled for College Park High School. So it's really cool to do something like this, especially locally.
Congratulations.
You are coming off something really incredible here last year, going to the Olympics for a sport that you started. When did you start wrestling? Was it in high school, middle school? Tell us about that.
Yeah. I started wrestling when I was 4 years old.
Wow. Okay. All right. Way early. So you did have some experience. You knew this is what you wanted to do from an early age. So when you made it to the Olympics and you became a world champion, tell us about that feeling that went through you. I mean, it must have been this is like a dream to become an Olympic athlete, and you did it at such a young age. Tell us how that feeling was.
It's still surreal for me, to have a dream come true. I've dreamt of going to the Olympics since I was 4 years old, right? Ever since I could remember. And so the whole thing felt like a dream. Those 2 weeks I spent in Paris made memories to last a lifetime, and just the impact it's had that I've seen happen over the months, right? And all the people that I found out, all the supporters, the team behind the team. It's just been really, really an incredible experience.
Let's go back to when you were starting, and I know you were told no repeatedly. You can't wrestle, you're a girl, leave it for the boys. Wow. You told me a minute ago that girls and women's wrestling has exploded since that time. Tell me how you're a part of that. You're out there, you're encouraging girls and women all over the world to get into the sport.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me, the women that came before me, the women wrestling at the same time, every time we showed up to practice and felt like we didn't belong or we weren't wanted, we kept showing up and we kept proving that we could wrestle, and it's just blown up from there, and more girls are starting to join, and it's just a day and night difference from how it is now from how it was back then.
And I mean, I wanted to know what it teaches young women like yourself. Why do you encourage them to go into the sport? It's a sport that, like you heard those stories before coming up. Girls don't do wrestling; they do other things other than this. But why do you do it? Why do you pursue it? Why do you encourage other young women to do this?
We're really just breaking the boundaries. There's a saying that once you've wrestled, everything else in life is easy, and I think that really just encourages everyone to decide to take on a sport like wrestling. And I think for women specifically, right, we just helps grow confidence. Hardworking, everything, right? We just come out of it just a really strong, well-rounded person.
Wrestling in particular, there's nothing else to rely on but your own body and strength. There's no bat, there's no ball, there's no cleats, there's no pads. When you're in the middle of it, what are you thinking of? I mean, it is such a physical, an intimate, personal sport. What's going through your mind?
It's actually pretty peaceful as somebody who's wrestled my whole life.
Tell us about that part of things. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's so much. We've put so many hours into it that muscle memory just turns on and it becomes instinct, right? It's kind of like that one place that no matter what's going on in your life, you can just turn off all that stress and be in this peaceful environment, really physical, rough, peaceful environment. And yeah, I just love it, right? It's my home. It's my happy place.
Where do you keep your gold medal?
Oh, I have a nice little box for it that I got in Paris, safe at home.
Okay, do you take it out and let your friends try it on and all that, or is it special and only for you?
I know, I shared it with as many people as I could the months following Paris,
all right. But
no longer.
One more question for you. What's next for you? Are you going to try and compete again to get to the Olympics?
Yeah, I mean, the next Olympics are LA 2028, right? Yep. We're from California, right? Not just in the U.S.
So backyard.
Really once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so my next biggest goal is to train, prepare, and hopefully make it to LA and repeat.
You got to represent, especially for your hometown.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
You're leading this parade, so we're going to have to let you go. Amit Allure, 2024 wrestling gold medal champ. Thank you so much for being here. Congratulations on all your success.
Yes.
Health and success and happiness to you
Continued
and your family.
Success, and real encouragement to young women you know, around with the work that you're doing. So thank you so much. We appreciate you taking the time out to talk to us a little bit more. All right, much more ahead here. So we went from one sport, Olympic wrestling, then we have youth baseball.
Yes.
One of the biggest organizations, biggest youth baseball organizations in Northern California is based right here in Pleasant Hill, and it not only serves Pleasant Hill, but surrounding communities as well. We're going to introduce you to the man that heads that organization coming up here ahead on our zip trips here to Pleasant Hill on this 4th of July. We leave you with a live shot of the parade route. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Pleasant Hill. The parade is just about to get started, but before we see that, let's see what you know and don't know about Pleasant Hill. I have to tell you, probably half the time I'm here, I'm at Dick's Sporting Goods, right? Because as you know, I'm raising two little athletes, so I spend a lot of time and a lot of paycheck at what we call DSG.
I hear her talking about her trips to Dick's Sporting Goods all the time.
But we're going to go deep into the history of where Dick's Sporting Goods is, and I learned things from listening to what Frank Malicott had to say. Frank, let's bring you in. You kind of rewind the tape here on what many people know about Pleasant Hill.
Well, exactly. I mean, this town's been around since 1961. Little bedroom community, sandwiched in Walnut Creek, Concord, a little bit of Lafayette, and a little bit of Martinez. It's a great. I've taken more selfies today with people. John's family here. Everybody's out today. We're having a blast. But we did take to the streets to find out if the locals know their roots in our Zip Trip Trivia, and here you go. Monument Boulevard got its name from this beautiful monument erected back in 1927 to honor those that fought in World War I. My question is, how tall is it?
57.
57.5. 0.5. Are you a math major?
60 feet.
60 feet is a very good guess, but a little high. How tall is that monument?
Massive.
Very good. In feet.
All the feet. 30 feet.
30 feet. Add some more feet.
130 feet.
Subtract a lot of feet.
I'm going to say 18 feet.
18 feet is a good guess, but you need to more than double it.
35 feet.
35 feet is a good guess. And what did you want to say? Okay.
He says 8 feet.
8 feet. Well, you're closer.
40.
Up a little.
41.
More.
43.
A little bit more.
45.
You got it.
Yes!
Dick's Sporting Goods was built back in 2014 here in Pleasant Hill. It's part of the Crossroads Shopping Center. My question is, what iconic building stood there for some 45 years prior? And if you need a hint, it's got a dome.
Can we tag team? Let's.
You want to buy him out?
Where's my friggin' lifelines?
What was there for 40 plus years prior to that?
The dome.
The dome.
Oh, wait,
Had a
was it the
nickname.
AMC theater?
What was the theater?
Oh, the other theater.
Cinedome.
Dome. Cinedome.
Dome.
Yes.
That's correct.
I remember now.
It had a dome.
It had a dome.
That's right. It did have a
Do you
dome.
remember it now?
I do remember it.
Okay. Margaritas, table 5, please. Extra credit, 1967. First movie ever screened there was...
Don't know, but I saw Gone with the Wind there.
Oh, man, you are old. He is a huge Hollywood star. In fact, he's won 2 Academy Awards. Now, he went to high school in Oakland, but much of his childhood was spent right here in Pleasant Hill. Can you name the actor?
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg. I don't think he's 60 yet. I think he's doing New Kids on the Block now, and he grew up in Boston.
Life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
And you're shaking your head because you
I think
know.
I got it. Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks!
Is that right?
No!
Dang!
No, you are right!
I am right.
How did you know that?
Everyone knows if you're from this area. Tom Hanks, hometown hero.
Who is the actor?
Tom Hanks.
How did you know that?
I've heard that story before.
Have you ever bumped into Tom Hanks?
No.
No. Would you like to?
Well, I don't. Why? Where is he?
Las Juntas Park is a 7-acre open space right here in the middle of Pleasant Hill. My question is, what does Las Juntas mean in Spanish, and what is the historical significance of Las Juntas?
The hills, maybe?
The hills. Well, that's pretty good. Yeah, it's wrong.
No idea.
No idea.
It means something beautiful.
Beautiful.
A tree. It's a tree.
It's a tree. I think that's arbol.
Well, you know more than me.
I
Come
do.
on.
Las Juntas. I don't know. The Hunt.
The Hunt. Yes. A lot of hunters here in Pleasant Hill.
Las Juntas.
See.
Like joining.
Joining or junction?
The junction, yes.
You're the first one to get that. Que bueno. When 2 creeks meet, they call it a
Junction.
junction. You are correct.
We love Pleasant Hill!
Perfect example of excellence.
Yes, we do love Pleasant Hill. Las Juntas, as mentioned, means junction. It's where the Diablo and the Walnut Creek merged, and it got its name from a Mexican land grant way back in 1844 called Rancho Las Juntas, and it incorporated parts of Martinez, Concord, and all of Pleasant Hill. All right, I've got the Olsen family here. They wanted to be on TV here on the 4th of July. I got CJ, I got Maddie, I got Coco. You guys having fun?
Yes!
You ready for the parade?
Yes!
How excited are you?
So excited!
CJ, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, you guys know the drill. 1, 2, 3.
Happy 4th of July!
Well, there you go. Everyone's in a good mood in Pleasant Hill. CJ, nice job. Happy 4th. All right, now he's shy. We'll send it back to you guys.
That's how it is, Frank. Thank you so much. Happy
Thanks,
4th
Frank.
to you. We're
Yeah.
going to stick with this 4th of July parade until the end here. Things are really ramping up. You can hear their crowds are growing. The music is getting louder behind us. Let's take a minute, though, to talk about not just America's favorite pastime, but Pleasant Hill's favorite pastime, and that is baseball. Happy to welcome to the Zip Trip the head of the Pleasant Hill Baseball Association, Oliver Greenwood. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Repping your town. How important is baseball to this small city?
Very important. It's not just to our city, but to all the surrounding cities as well. Our organization's been around since 1958. So it's well entrenched in our community and all the surrounding communities. We're a recreational league, and we do have some travel teams as well, but for the most part, our teams are all recreational. It's an all-volunteer league as well. And we've got 1,900 kids in the league, so that's a lot of kids, a whole lot of families.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of getting people involved. A lot of fun.
Oliver, I wanted to point out, it's called the Pleasant Hill Baseball Association, but you serve the surrounding community too. Talk to folks a little bit about that and how that works.
Well, it is the Baseball Association. It's baseball and softball.
And softball.
Yes, so we we play both sports.
Yep.
And our softball program is pretty gigantic. It is nearly it's almost half and half that we have here. So it's very well encompassing, and we get players who come from all the surrounding cities, Martinez, Walnut Creek, Concord, out in Orinda. We have players coming out to our program because they enjoy how we operate, and it's just a welcoming league that we have.
And there is so much volunteerism happening here. I mean, you have a day job, you happen to be a lawyer, but you and the other parents and some of the older kids really pull together to make this an amazing experience.
Yeah, yes, we do, and that's what it takes. It takes an entire community to make something like this happen. For a league of 1,900 players, it takes volunteers at the snack shack, volunteers on the field, volunteers everywhere, volunteers for umpires. One of the most thankless tasks there are these days. We're always pushing. Be kind to your umpires out there. They are out there volunteering. Be nice to them. We need more of them. So it's very important.
Oliver, this is called it's dubbed the largest association of its kind, baseball association of its kind in Northern California. Is that how you keep it running with the volunteer effort?
Yes, that's exactly it. It takes the involvement of the entire community to make something like this happen. For an organization this large, and it's not just the community with the parent volunteers, but it's the entire city. And the entire Mount Diablo School District contributes as well by we use the fields that they have to offer, and without those it wouldn't be possible. It's always a limited field space. That's one of the biggest struggles that any organization faces, any baseball and softball organization faces these days, is field space. And as an organization as large as ours, it's a big struggle.
Well, it's a pleasure getting to know you. I appreciate all the time and the hard work I know you put into this. I mean, I have to tell you, I was not a baseball mom until I became a super hardcore baseball mom, and I am in awe of the parents like you who make it happen, right? I just get to bring the snacks and do little things, but it's because of you guys and gals. So thank you.
I appreciate that, and I don't even have any kids playing in the league. I haven't had them playing in the league for about 3 years. I understand just what it means to the community and what it means to all the families out there. So we want to keep this thing going.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here. Happy 4th to you.
Thank you so much. Happy 4th of July.
Absolutely. Oliver Greenwood, head of the Pleasant Hill Baseball Association. Amazing. Are you hungry yet?
Yes,
okay,
I'm hungry,
yes.
and I can see all these beautiful restaurants around. We're going to have the Taste of Town coming up in just a few minutes, and the parade is also going to get ready to start. Hopefully we can give you a live look as we have to break right now, because the parade starts in about 7 minutes at 9:30, and we're going to bring some of that to you and a little bit of more of what is happening here in between all of that. We're going to have it all covered for you on our zip trips here to Pleasant Hill on this Independence Day, where the parade is just about to get underway here. We'll be right back. Welcome back to our Zip Trips here in Pleasant Hill. You're looking live at the 4th of July parade that's going to be starting here in just a few minutes from now. Earlier this morning, we did have the race that happened, and we also had the kids race that happened, the kids 100-yard dash race. All that happened just before 8 o'clock this morning. We're back here live. We want to get over to Sal now. He is along the parade route, talking to some folks. Sal, what do you got for us this morning?
You know, Andre and Gassi, I'm here on Crescent Drive. This is the parade route that you can see. Now, if you want to come down to Pleasant Hill and maybe, you've seen parades, you just want to go inside and hang with the folks here, I'm going to take you inside Jack's. Now, Jack's is a pretty typical place, except it's not. So they have a tap room here, which right now is not really open. But if you walk all the way through, and I'm going to walk all the way through to the restaurant, we're going to go to a very lively restaurant here, and they even have a spot reserved for me. So check this out. I have a nice looking Bloody Mary, and Matt, come on over here. All right. So Matt McCrae is the general manager of Jack's in this location. What do you have for me here?
Right here we have our mousse. It's biscuits and gravy topped with some eggs, a little jalapeno, some tomato in there, some bacon. Really delicious, local favorite.
And you also have the
Bloody Mary right
Bloody
here.
Mary.
Spicy green beans, olives.
So tell me a little more about Jack's on a day like today. You're going to be cooking all day long?
We're going to be cracking all day long. Today we got the community out front all day, family, friends, celebrating out here. Community means a real lot to us out here, so.
You know, one of the things that I know this restaurant's great, but you guys are eating really well in Pleasant Hill. I went to visit some restaurants, but there are so many here in this suburb. What do you attribute that to?
You know, just a lot of people here who like really good food. We got a lot of new restaurants out here that are really succeeding as well. So, just our community supports local businesses really a lot.
Thank you for the hospitality. I don't know if I'm going to eat messy, but I am going to have a sip. Thank you, Matt.
Cheers.
All right. So, Gassia and Andre, check this out. I have this right here. You are just steps away from a really good Bloody Mary.
Okay, well, I mean, I think you can go for it. We're about to get into parade zone here,
Right?
so
Yeah, I think
I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sal. I know we get to see you a little bit later on. He had, basically breakfast, lunch, and dinner here in the town of Pleasant Hill not too long ago, so we'll feature that. But of course, right now we're getting super close to parade time. Let me check. We are just about 2 minutes away from the official start. So as we take a quick break, I hear it starting.
Yep.
We have the Grand Marshal a minute ago, Olympian Amit Allure. We talked with the mayor. So you stick with us here on KTVU Fox 2 for our Fox Local Zip Trip as we are staying here in Pleasant Hill on this gorgeous 4th of July. The parade is just about to start, and of course we're going to bring it to you live. Stay with us.
Welcome back to our Zip Trips here to Pleasant Hill. You're looking live at the very beginning of the 4th of July parade here in downtown Pleasant Hill. It's getting ready to start. Gussie, I wanted to tell you that I see some current and former members of the KTVU family here. I'd like to think they came out here to see us, but they're probably just here to see the parade, aren't they? I won't name any names, but they're here in the background. I saw someone that retired, some that are currently here, that are out here this morning, enjoying all the festivities that this wonderful town has to offer here. The parade's getting started in a few minutes, and first up on the parade route will be the City Council, including the mayor, who we had on at 8:30, Sue Nowak. She's going to be among them, as well as the Visit Pleasant Hill folks are going to be coming up second after that. We'll have more coming up throughout the rest of this newscast.
This event began back in 1976 as a bicentennial celebration, and it has continued ever since. I spoke with a man who actually lives down in the Sequoia Kings Canyon area, kind of near Fresno, and he says he comes up here to Pleasant Hill to see his 2 young adult daughters every year, and he says, I come to see them, but I also come to see the parade. And he says, you know, they chose Pleasant Hill, his young adult daughters, because they both work in the Bay Area. They wanted somewhere where they can raise a family. They wanted a place that was easy to get to other places, but also felt like a small town. And he says he loves coming up here. His girls are so happy here. And it's like, he said, I feel like I'm part of the community, even though I don't live here full time.
You know, and that's the thing about this area. It has so many restaurants. I'm talking about really nice restaurants. So you have a place that you can come to on a date, perhaps, with your significant other, and you have places you can come to with your family as well. Even in this small area where we are right here, which is the main shopping area, these are this is the type of area that you can really bring everyone to. But a lot of the people I do know that live in this area do have families or raise their families in this community. So it really is that type of area. And it's a stone's throw away from downtown San Francisco and Oakland, of course. Bart, you can get anywhere.
You can get anywhere, but you don't have to go anywhere if you're looking for a really good meal.
Not at all.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks and drinks. Our Sal Castaneda takes us through this gorgeous town. This is one of our favorite parts of Zip Trip, Sal. You're at Jack's. There's no shortage of delicious things to eat and drink here.
You know what's crazy is I only tried, 5, 6 restaurants, including Jack's. There are so many restaurants, even along right here. This place, Jack's, is very popular on any day, but today, on 4th of July, it's going to be great. So I want to show you, first of all, before we go to my Zip Trip package about the food, I'm going to, when we come back after that, I'm going to try what they call the mousse, Matt, what is the mousse?
We got biscuits and gravy, hash browns, and eggs your style. Some bacon in there, some tomatoes, some jalapenos.
This is not for the faint, okay? This is something that might clog your arteries. You can add chicken fried steak. So, okay, I did come to Pleasant Hill, and I did eat my way through this town. I want to show you what I found during Taste of the Town. If you find this sign in downtown Pleasant Hill, you're not far from some good food and drink. Just steps from the sign is a new restaurant called The Royale. Inside this bright, sophisticated space are modern American classic dishes with a twist, using influences from Asian, European, and South American cuisines.
We try to mix everything into one restaurant and bring out the best out of each dish to serve you guys.
Now, there is nothing wrong with simple good food, but this is more than that. It's elevated. It's little details. Behind the scenes, we saw the busy kitchen making omelets and burgers and immediately noticed the chicken and waffles.
We brine the chicken for like 24 hours and until it's ready to go. And then we check the temperature of each chicken to be like a perfect temperature and the perfect crisp for you guys.
It's crunchy, savory, and sweet.
I don't want to influence your decision. I just had that. It is bomb.
It is bomb.com. It's really good. It's super flavorful.
But that's not all. The Royale makes the ultimate smash burger with Wagyu beef, truffle mushrooms, garlic aioli, and bacon on a brioche bun, served with white cheddar cheese melted on a griddle plate. The presentation is spectacular.
Oh my God.
And perhaps the fanciest dish was the lobster paella.
Oh, wow. Now I don't know which one to get.
And if your Instagram feed needs a wow cocktail, they do that here too. Again, watching the bartender put this drink together reminded me it's all about the details. I really like the Royale's food, ambiance, and friendly service. Not too far away is a Pleasant Hill staple. It's Wentz's. It's a place where many locals go. It has an extensive menu and is known for its fresh seafood. In Pleasant Hill's pleasant weather, you can almost always sit outside. Inside, Chef Gerardo Wentz still cooks in the restaurant he founded. The chef gave me a taste of some of the most popular dishes. I fell in love with the white sea bass, which is seared and blackened. It's served with jumbo prawns, manila clams, in a white saffron tomato sauce.
You're humble. I'm going to say that you're here because the food is so good.
Yes, that's how I've been raised, and that's how I like to work hard.
The freshness of the seafood is apparent here as I tried oysters on the half shell and ahi tuna tacos. This pairs really nicely with a white wine from Wentz's extensive list. And the bar is where a lot of the locals hang out. The bartenders are skilled and friendly. My recommendation? Come to Wentz's and get the white sea bass dish. I'd come back for that over and over. And don't worry if you don't like seafood, you can get good sandwiches, burgers, steaks, or pasta dishes at Wentz's too. Finally, if you want a good old-fashioned pizza and pasta place, try Mello's. Although there is more than one Mello's, this is the original one that first opened here in 1971. At Mello's, they use an old New York pizza recipe, which includes tossing dough, rolling it out, saucing it up, and sliding pies into the large special East Coast-made pizza ovens. On the other side of the kitchen, we saw fresh pasta dishes being fired up. It's a formula that has worked for more than 50 years.
We're still a family place. We do it the old-fashioned way, you know. We still toss our dough and make good Italian pastas and salads and stuff. So I think we're authentic.
So I got a bite of the hot pizza right out of the oven and too good to say anything.
How you doing? Sorry about no burritos today.
All right, so I've gotten over looking awkward on television. I obviously do it for a living. So I am going to take a bite of the mousse, which is Jack's creation here for breakfast or lunch. Oh my goodness. It is so good. Andre and Garcia, you get off work, come over here, get this, you will not be sorry.
All right. Okay,
He's
we'll
in
walk
heaven.
over.
He's in heaven right now.
I like it.
I'd imagine he was already here before,
Right.
doing stories for Taste of the Town. He's looking to get more. Sal, thank you so much. Frank Malacote, he is back out on the parade route. This time he was able to wrangle the police chief of Pleasant Hill to talk to, who is also here. We just had the fire trucks go by. Gossi and I were like, wow, it's a good thing we weren't interviewing anyone at the same time.
Yeah.
Frank.
Well, you never know who you're going to bump into at a parade. It's this is where it all starts. And we've been here for about 5 minutes, and I introduced myself to Scott Vermillion, who is the police chief here in Pleasant Hill. And Chief, how's it
Good
going?
morning. Well, I got to appreciate KTVU Channel 2 coming to our event. Thank you so much. This is awesome.
Oh, well, we love it. We love it. We're zip tripping here, and the parade follows suit. And you know everyone in the parade, for crying out loud.
I know quite a few. I've been with Pleasant Hill for 25 years, and I'm biased, but in Pleasant Hill, we do the 4th of July right as we should. Parade in the morning, you're here at Ground Zero, the start of it, and then tonight we also have the fireworks.
Can you talk about the city and this bedroom community and how they've all come out? I mean, it's a real 4th of July feeling, really.
Yeah, Pleasant Hill is a great place. It's a great community. It is just that. We are neighbors. We are a community. And I'm lucky to have a career here at this great city. And on the 4th of July.
There you go. We're all working, Chief. And you've got almost your whole staff here, right?
Yeah, this is an all-hands-on-deck event, as it will be tonight. And we want it to be a successful and safe event. And I would believe we're gonna make that happen and celebrate America.
All right, Scott. Well, all the best.
Thank you for
Stay
stopping
safe.
by.
Appreciate the kind words about Channel 2. And here we go. Parade is, there's the Rotarians, the vets. Happy 4th of July, one and all. Say hi, you're on TV. And it's rocking here. And it's on the way to Crescent Drive. So Andre and Gassi, it's coming your way.
All right, we'll see you soon,
Yep.
Frank. Thank you so much. I love a good 4th of July
Yes.
parade, and we're in the middle of one. And we're going to be bringing you this whole parade live here on the 9 and, of course, on Take 2. So if you can't be here, you'll get to watch it unfold live. Fireworks tonight in Pleasant Hill start around 8:45, so this is really just the start of the party. So we're taking a quick break, but before we go, I took 680 north to get here. I mean, wherever we go around the Bay, it's a great zip trip, and I love a good road trip, and apparently so do you. All through this gorgeous Fox Local summer zip trip season, we've been asking you to send us your photos, and Holly Sherman delivered. She sent us this picture of a peaceful rustic getaway with phenomenal views up in the Sierra Nevada. So she probably took 80, I'm guessing, to get up there. This next picture, I'm guessing it's a bit of a planes, trains, and automobiles. I don't know that it's quite a road trip to Thailand, but thanks to Jake Liu, we get this gorgeous scene. He went to Thailand. It's a remote island there. This is back in March of this year. So we so appreciate your sending us your favorite photos of your road trips, because we love to share them here on our Fox Local Zip Trip summer season. We'll be right back live in Pleasant Hill. Stay with us. We kind of lost.
Welcome back to our zip trip to Pleasant Hill on this 4th of July. You're looking live at the parade route, which is underway, just got underway about 15 minutes ago, and we just heard the voice here who are talking about all the people participating in the parade, highlight and call, let everyone know that the mayor was part of the crew passing through. We have the Pleasant Hill City Council. They were at the start of the parade, and we had the Visit Pleasant Hill folks who were second behind them. So the parade's just getting underway. It was cold earlier, Gossi, when I rolled in here. It was chilly. Now the sun's out. You can see my forehead glistening. But as you look live back here at the parade, because that's a much better shot than my forehead. Oh, look at that. The babies are there, too.
I love a good thing in a stroller
that's
and a
my
wagon.
favorite. Yeah, you know, a lot of the areas around here are cordoned off. So if you're coming down here, still going to come down here, just be wary of that because we got, Gassi, you and I both got detoured around some of the areas that are cordoned off for the parade that was happening this morning.
We have a little bit of everything here.
Yeah.
We have, of course, you know, we saw the mayor, we saw the police chief, we've got the scout groups, we have the College Park high school cheer team, we have the Pleasant Hill Baseball Association, just talked to the head of that group, we've got the Rotary Club of Pleasant Hill Friends and Neighbors. When we talk about, you know, the fabric of a community, I'm guessing that a lot of people make plans to be here with their neighbors, and I'm guessing there's a lot of like, hey, how are you? Running into people you know, maybe that your kids went to school with, because this truly is a community parade. It started back in 1976, and here we are going strong in 2025. Let's bring in the head of the Pleasant Hill 4th of July Commission. Good morning. Happy 4th to you, Chris Tipton.
Happy 4th of July, Pleasant Hill. Thank you guys for coming out.
You have to tell you, as much as we've already seen today, this really is the start of a big day-long party. I mean, we've got fireworks like, you know, 10 hours from now. So
exactly.
Tell me what's to come in Pleasant Hill.
Yeah, I like to say this is the biggest single-day event in Pleasant Hill. They do other events that last a few days or whatever, but this is the biggest one. We start with the 5K early in the morning at 8 a.m. Then we've got the parade going on right now. It started at 9:30. Then after that, everyone heads over to the Pleasant Hill Park for the big party in the park with live music, food, kids games, bouncy houses, lots of fun stuff. And then, of course, this evening, the best fireworks show in the Bay Area is in Pleasant Hill at College Park High School.
So this is an all-day event. You had the parade. You're on the board for the parade itself?
No, I'm the president of the whole commission. So this is a full volunteer commission. The city doesn't put this on. Nobody does. This is an all-volunteer group that puts this event on, and I am the head of that. And so I have chairs that do the parade. I have a chair that runs the 5K. I have a chair that does the fireworks and the park. So we kind of break it up a little bit.
Everything's, all of it's a volunteer putting it all together.
Absolutely, and it's all donations. I have to say, we would never be able to put this on without local businesses. They're the only ones that donate. We don't get big corporate sponsorships or anything. It's all local businesses that put this on, and without them, this day would not happen.
Wow. When you're in the middle of it all, I mean, I imagine it's like planning a wedding every year, right? Which can be stressful.
Yes.
Do you take a minute just to sit back and be like, Pleasant Hill, or are you like working up until the fireworks finale?
No, we do take a break because it is a lot, but we try to spread it out through the year so we're not crunching everything in the last minute. We'll take a break. We'll start in January, basically, is our first meeting, just to kind of get the new board up together, look at our budget, look at things that are going on and what are changes, kind of do a look at last year and how we want to change it. And then we meet once a month, and we just kind of go through our checklist of everything, and as we get closer, we meet up twice a month. And then, but it's really the fundraising has to start kind of early. Like I said, it's a huge budget to put this on, and it's all through donations. And so it's a whole year event.
I want to, we're at Mountain Territory Brewing Company here. You were just saying it's all through donations, and you were just thanking the local businesses. Is all the cash that comes into this from businesses like this and businesses along this area that pour into making this happen?
Absolutely. I want to thank the Pleasant Hill Coin and Jewelry Exchange. They're the main sponsor for the parade. They gave a big donation. Jack's restaurant and bar right down here on Crescent Drive, just 2 doors down.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Yeah.
They made a huge donation for the 5K. The City of Pleasant Hill gives a big donation. Reckin Park gives a big donation. So those are some big cornerstone donations we get. And then we get a lot of local businesses, realtors. We get, Cocoa Swirl, so it's small businesses, and it takes a village. We have over 25 sponsors that we have to go to raise enough money to put this together.
How do you feel when you run into someone on the parade route who says, I left my town to come to your city to take part in the Pleasant Hill 4th
I love
of July?
it. We have Pleasant Hill is such a tight little community. It feels like a small little town, but we're surrounded by Martinez, Lafayette, Concord, Walnut Creek. So there's a lot of cities that surround us. And we have the best event, and so we get a lot of people come here. It's not just residents of Pleasant Hill.
Well, Chris Tipton, you're the head of this party, the Pleasant Hill 4th of July Commission. I'm sure there's something you could be doing, so we appreciate your being with us here.
Yeah.
Have a happy and safe 4th of July. We'll note that the fireworks are still going to happen tonight.
Yeah.
We've seen a couple cities have had to cancel
Absolutely.
theirs
I'm
because
really
of what happened.
really saddened by what happened in Yolo County. We're all really saddened by that. Our pyrotechnics team knows some of the folks out there, so they're really hard. Their heart goes out to them.
Okay.
So, but we're still on. We're good to go for tonight, so it's going to be a lot of fun. But I want to thank you guys for coming out, putting a spotlight on Pleasant Hill. It's an amazing community with a tight-knit community, and so it's great to have you guys here.
Well, it's our honor and our pleasure. Chris Tipton, thank you again. Happy 4th to you.
Chris,
thank you guys. Appreciate it.
All right, we're going to have much more coming up right after this. The parade is just getting underway, and families, look at them. Look at them waving to the cameras and the crowd. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We have much more ahead for the next 9 minutes here on Channel 2, and the rest is going to be on the Fox Local app at KTVU.com. You're watching our Zip Trips here to Pleasant Hill, and we will be right back.
We're about halfway through Pleasant Hill's 4th of July parade. After this, it's the party in the park. Face painting, a watermelon eating contest, live music.
Not over.
We look way, way ahead tonight. There's fireworks. We are in the middle of it all. We're so glad you're here with us. Our Frank Malakote is out on the parade route here. We're almost getting to that halfway point in the parade. You talked with the police chief a minute ago. Frank, what's the scene around you now?
Well, the parade's still rocking. It's not all the way through yet, and these people got the best seats in the house. They got here early. I have Joyce, I have Joan, and I have Goody. And by the way, Goody's been in Pleasant Hill since the 1950s. Is that right?
62.
62. Okay. Well, I made you a couple years older. What's so special about this town?
It's really, really nice. Nice people, nice government, I guess, and everything. It's really nice.
And were you at the first parade way back when, in 1970?
I probably was.
Well, that was a while ago, right? All right, and Joyce, what do you love about Pleasant Hill?
Aunt Goody.
Aunt Goody, there she is.
Yes, we're always busy around here, taking her around and just having a good time. It's a nice, quiet town. We like it.
All right, and Joan, 4th of July, I mean, what says it better than being out here in a parade early in the morning?
Nothing. They're seeing the people and the fun that they're having and celebration of our country. Doesn't get better than that.
Well, there you go. The ladies got primo seats. They're right on the curb. This is where it all starts, right at the corner of Gregory and Cleveland, and it's rocking its way towards my colleague Sal. But let's throw it back to the desk first, or Andre and Garcia. Take it away, guys.
Yes. Yeah, Frank, thank you so much. Having fun there in the crowd, working the crowd. You know how Frank is, getting to meet people. He loves doing that. Sal, on the other hand, is inside one of the local restaurant jacks. Well, now he stepped outside along the parade route where things are really getting underway. Sal, good morning to you. What are you seeing outside the restaurant now that you've had a drink and something to eat?
Well, you know what? I just saw a lot of the athletes from the Little League teams, and also recently we had the cheerleaders from one of the high schools come by, and they are so excited to be in this parade. You see the coaches. This actually reminds me of, what this town's all about. God, I don't know who that guy is, but there's a mustache guy, right? Who is that? We got to find out. But this parade, just getting started, and everyone's in a very festive mood. Garcia and Andre, I think that it's more of a hometown parade, and I love it.
Absolutely. I mean, look, anytime you've got scout troops and Little League and the local realtor, right? It tells you. It tells you that the whole town is turning out. So we are so excited to be here on Pleasant Hill. We chose this spot for this 4th of July because we're going to bring you the whole parade. We're going to continue on Take 2. It's going to be continued live parade coverage. If we can look ahead just a little bit, we are going to be going what I feel is half a world away from Pleasant Hill for our next zip trip.
Yeah, our next zip trip's going to be on July 18th.
Right.
Friday, July 18th in San Bruno, 9 a.m. Remember that. I've had some of the viewers from San Bruno hit me up asking me when they're going to be out there. When are we going to come out there? Gassi and I will be there on July 18th in San Bruno, a world away from here. But we're going to have a good time there as well. In the meantime, we're going to continue having fun here in Pleasant Hill because this party is far from over. In fact, this is just the beginning of the festivities here on this 4th of July here in Pleasant Hill. You heard Gassi say it earlier today. There's going to be stuff happening way throughout until this afternoon. And, since the kids are out of school, families are here. We have some kids that are back in town from college visiting their parents. So there's something for them to do, if they're not asking their parents to do laundry or something.
Right. So once the parade wraps up, and then there's a party in the park here at Pleasant Hill Park. There's a watermelon eating contest at 12:15. Fun goes, there's music by the Interstate 80s, barbecue from Back 40, there's kettle corn, shaved ice, kids games, inflatables. I have to tell you, the whole reason we do these zip trips is to open your eyes and our eyes to communities that we don't often get to feature in the course of our newscast and other coverage. And, when we were in Richmond a couple of weeks ago, we got a note from a viewer saying, I watched your zip trip in Richmond, I came down to the farmer's market, and I bought the best strawberries of my life, and we thought that is exactly why. So, if you haven't been to Pleasant Hill, if you see something in this town that makes you think that would be a fun date, or I bet my kids would love that, or you know what, I want to see that watermelon eating contest in person. The whole goal of this is to really open your eyes to a gorgeous town in the Bay Area, and that is why we chose Pleasant Hill here on this 4th of July.
Yeah, and we're going to have that major fireworks show later on this evening over at the park. In the meantime, I'm going to leave you with a live look at this, but join us. Stick around. Open that Fox Local app. Stream us on your CTV, the Fox Local app, and KTVU.com. We continue zip trips there. Stay with us on this 4th of July.